Peace, fam. Dr. She in the house. You're not going to be able to help yourself with autoimmune diseases and these sicknesses that you have that you cannot detect the origin of until you clean up your environment. Part of cleaning up your environment is removing toxicity. Your toxicity is in your soap, your toxicity is in your lotion, your toxicity is in your hair care. The stuff that comes off the shelf is usually laden with chemicals and toxins and fake perfumes. Go to 25000yearcycle.org, get yourself some proper soap. We have 3 different types, and some proper skin care, Still Care, which is one of the best skin care products you're going to get in existence right now. 25000yearcycle.org. Dr. She out. Link in bio. Peace.
Peace and blessings, family. Sister Ashley. By chance, I'm in between, recharging my Walkman for my run. And so I'm going to take this time to talk about something that hopefully I'll speak really short about, because I tend to go on and on and on. But anyway, it's vastly important. The only reason why I don't discuss these matters in more depth is because of your responses to the information I'm sharing. Now, wonderfully over the years, many of you have come to understand the seriousness of what I share, and that there's a reason why you not only see not a single major black channel speaking on it in any depth. Understand Phil, I can't remember what his last name is, used to have African Diaspora. I don't know if it's still, used to be the Advice Show. And he had once, a long time ago, invited me on to speak on it. And I didn't know that the whole thing was just orchestrated, set up with the same cast of characters running a triangulated kind of roping, which is much easier when you don't realize just how many operatives and agents there are. So recently, Brother Yapo Yapo let me know that he's come out saying he wishes there were nuclear power plants all over Africa. I was like, he really can't stand Africa, because he should know. But they depend on those who have been thoroughly beguiled through their own stupidity. And I would say he's a very dumb man. So that they value material wealth above understanding science. Such as I gotta show you the photo. This was photographed by a Craig Hayslip, who is a faculty research assistant, where he caught the sun setting over the Pacific Ocean. Those elements in that water and in the atmosphere are volatile. They're radioactive. So that they're changing the bandwidth of life. I said life, but they are changing the bandwidth of life, unfortunately. But they're changing the bandwidth of light as it refracts. I mean, when you see the aurora borealis, that's because it's hitting the polar regions and skipping over the magnetic frequencies of the planet, so that in that one little area, you can see, like in a prism, all of the different light rays revealing their constituent parts, their constituent frequencies. Well, we're getting something happening over the daggone Pacific Ocean, because those elements are changing the structure of the atmosphere. So these are elements that are not natural to the Earth. They're only found freely circulating around in supernovas. That's because, what, they go on over to the supernova to hang out? No! They facilitate the opulence, the reality of a daggone supernova. When you look at other planets, you can't be breathing or surviving on these other planets, which are composed of elements that make organic life impossible to sustain. Well, that's what's happening when you start seeing green sunsets. slowly our planet is being destroyed. And we must discover if we could do something about that right now. And so, thinking about Phil, just like recommending nuclear power plants to Africa, when you talk to me, and you don't even have to talk to me, you just have to look and see. They are scheduled to decommission power plants within 60 to 80 years. They do not decommission coal plants. They do not decommission gas factories or whatever facilities they use to purify it and refine it, refineries. They don't decommission those because they're not volatile like that. Don't fall for the smoke and mirrors of whiteism where they're trying to say, well, it's the plastic, it's the microplastics. They're everywhere. Fukushima's been such an aberration that right now, Craig Hayslip took a photo of a green sunset. Come on. When I was going over the orange skies and all the rest of it, I was shocked that nobody but me was going over it. Right? When I went over it wound up being 8 billion missing crabs. I was flabbergasted that there wasn't a single large black platform out there anywhere that said a mumbling word about the crabs. What's that got to do with the COVID jab? Not a damn thing. But all the people who were speaking against the jab even, we were silenced right away. But that was the way that they just caught us all up in, just like with the triangulating me and my voice, and so that they could make it seem like, she's just little small beings, Phil and Lisa and all the rest of them friggin' agents were saying that, right? So, this is not the jab, even though the jab was part of their triangulation to get us caught up. So then we're not looking at the fact that the only phenomena that would be causing a daggone green sunset over the Pacific Ocean is radiation. Okay? So, I know you fight. You fight for Allah's universe to the best of your ability, because when you go in front of him, you can't bring all your excuses. You can't bring all your, I was afraid I would never be rich, Allah. And so I'm imitating Phil right now, even though I'm not Allah and he's ever merciful. I pray even Phil can snap out of it and not wish Africa such obliteration from radiation, because they're all admitting it. Like I said, they decommissioned those buildings because of the embrittlement, because of the Wigner effect, where you got something that's happy in a supernova, it ain't happy in a concrete building. It's going to tear it to pieces. And that's what Phil wishes for Africa? What? So, I wrote this book. It has literal cures in it, where you can reference what you can do so you can survive what's going on right now, because only Allah knows what time the last second is going to be. I don't think it's going to be right now. I don't think it may not be for another 100 years. I don't know. I'm not him. But all I know is whenever that moment happens, I'm going to be fighting in the way he prescribed. Okay? Not in the way the devil wishes that we would all just like lose our mind because, oh my goodness, you mean devil, you're not going to be in charge anymore? Whew, thank God for that. Okay? All right. Go to 25,000 Year Cycle. Get amazing products made by Dr. She and myself. I have all my books up there. Support your soldiers, because I ain't stopping, not ever. Alright? Alright. Mwah! Straight black pride, and we own forever. Peace and blessings.